Well, morning people, welcome back to the grumpy old sod in the corner, the unshaven version today. Feeling kind of scruffy. So, what we seeing today then? Well, we got the NCA now that have carried out these raids on the Albanian smuggling gangs, with many being arrested. Is this going to stop them transporting them across the channel? Well, no, I don't think so, because these guys are only the receivers this end, they're not the senders. They do help organise it, but are they going to send them back? You know, or are they just going to keep them in prison at our expense as usual? You know, I mean, they don't exactly do it with the arriving passengers. Not learning new speak, just using the new terms so the people can understand. Or is this just another bit of a pantomime to show that they're doing something? Well, I suppose we'll have to wait a few weeks to see what the lefty lawyers come up with and what they've got to say about this, won't we? And I did have a laugh yesterday. As you know, I do watch a lot of reports, and it was hilarious. There was a reporter ducked as what he described as a rocket going overhead. Well, to me it sounded more like a cruise missile, because that's what they're using. And after it flew over him, there was a big bang and an explosion somewhere in the distance. But only then did he duck to take cover. I mean, has it ever crossed these idiots' minds that you're standing on top of what looked like the tallest building in the area, in the middle of a targeted zone? At what point did you not think that was a good idea? So we'll put him on the list for the Darwin Awards at the end of the month, I think. I mean, how many reporters have been killed over there? Bloody cat snoring over there. So, well, today's video is a lot of short ones because there's so much to talk about. PayPal. They've revised their new terms and conditions. So they're not going to fine anybody now $2,500 that they would take straight out their PayPal account or add to it for spreading disinformation. Since when has PayPal been involved in censorship? I thought they were a financial business. But there's such a big backlash about it all. I mean, they're losing people hand over foot anyway because of the amounts they charge and stuff like that. So, yeah, they could be on the way out. Find somebody else to pay your money through. You'd be better off in the long run. And then we get on to the Chancellor. I'd never pronounce his name, so I don't try. He said he'll deliver the budget forecast at the end of the month because everybody's been badgering him for that. Obviously, they want to know where it's all going and where he thinks it's going. But that does give him, what, nearly 3 weeks to work on this piece of fiction. Yeah, there will be a great lesson involved in it on how to fudge the numbers, fudge the books. And you can guarantee it will be full of malinformation. For those that don't know, that is the right information but put in the wrong order so it suits their propaganda. So it won't be classed as misinformation, we'll class it as malinformation. And then up north again, now we got old Cranky there openly saying how she despises the hand that feeds her. You know, like the Tories that keep feeding her money. Although you wouldn't know it, she's got it with what she's been doing, but she keeps bleating on about this independence. Well, I would say to teach her a lesson, give it to her. Because without our money, you wouldn't survive, you dumb bitch. And what have you done with all the money that we've given you anyway? Bar squander it, because it hasn't gone to the people that need it, or who it was destined for, has it? Well, what do you say on that one, people? Because all of the party have turned against her, the people have turned against her. She's got nobody backing her now, really. Only the Tories. We know how that's going to end in tears. And they just keep ploughing our money into it. Yeah, give them independence, see what they make of it. But it's looking more and more like now that the nurses are going to take industrial action over pay and go on strike. Well, as I said before, it won't be an all-out strike because they do care. There will be staff there to take care of the needy, but only the very needy. Everything else will have to be put on the back burner again, which is going to add to the lists. You know, but the unhealthy health minister said the pot was empty and there is no more money left for any pay rises. So she's probably going to go cap in hand to her boss again, isn't she? But she also pointed out there's a 60 billion black hole in the country's finances. Well, I did say this was going to happen. And she said they don't know how they're going to plug that. Well, we do. They'll tax us to death to try and do it. But that could have been plugged with the windfall tax on the energy companies, the producers, not the suppliers, the producers. That windfall tax would have probably filled that hole or gone a long way towards it. But they won't do that because they're the elites, aren't they? You know, they've got to keep filling their bank accounts to keep them happy. But yeah, in my opinion now, with the cost of living or even dying going up on a daily basis and the wages at static, basically at the lowest they've been for a long time, compared to the cost of living and inflation, I think to the country is close to the breaking point. That's my opinion. But and they don't seem to give a shiny one for the plight of the normal people. Like you and me. Those that are on the breadline, those that are well below it, and those that are in absolute poverty. They're the ones that are suffering, not these elite. And it's all because of people like that. But anyway, today I will end on a good note. It seems like the barristers have gone back to work. They've ended their little bit of action. Great, now can we start dragging some of these eco clowns up in front of the bench? Because they're just an annoyance. They're like an itch on your arsehole that you can't get rid of, you know. And the backlog of criminal cases, that would be nice to see that start being knocked down. So we don't have some of these people mixing with their victims in public. That would be nice for a start. But, like I say, it's good news. That's over. Things should start get moving there now. Not saying it's going to get any better, because we know there's corruption in the justice system as well. But I'll leave it there for today, folks. Time's getting on. I'm trialling a new way of doing it now. I've got a whiteboard in front of me rather than pieces of cardboard and bits of paper. Admittedly, there are bits of paper stuck to it with magnets, but hey, anything's an improvement. And it makes it easier for me to see with my glasses. So I'll leave it there for today, folks. Just say welcome to the new subs. I know there's been a couple over the last few days. As I always say, I don't put your names out over the channel unless you've been in the comments or you let me know that it's okay. Because I know some people like to stay in the background, don't like their names out there. That's absolutely fine. Don't have a problem with that. But welcome to you guys. And to everybody else, especially those that have been here right from the beginning, I'd like to say thank you very much for your support. We're only a couple of subs, I think it's 4 subs off 300 now. It would be nice to get to 300. So if you want to share it out there, please feel free. But you guys, a big thank you for your support over the last few years. And my respects to each and every one of you for that support. And that only remains for me to say, as always, stay safe, stay strong, and stay free from the propaganda and the fear. Live your life how you see fit, not how they tell you to. Respects, guys. Oh well.